What's up, Pirates? It's Wraith and Jim here with Awaken TCG.
What's up?
And today we're going to be uploading this video that you're seeing right now. It is Market Watch for the brand new event packs that we get for the online regional events. So as you can see here on my screen, we get a regional storage box. It's a little nice black box, pretty cool. Black sleeves, a pack of those, one Gold Dawn, and then we get one participation pack, which we're going to get into later, one Dawn card volume pack that we won't get into for this video, but we will show off on another video. And then we will also be looking at the one event pack we get for participation. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So first things first, the event packs. Before we get into the price and stuff, do you have a favorite card on this list?
Uh, so I say I have two favorite cards. The one for playability, one for just how it looks. The Luffy card is so sick. I think it's the first ever time One Piece was on the cover of a Shonen Jump magazine. They just like ripped it and put it on the card. It's full art. It looks great. And I'm guessing that because this card is not playable whatsoever.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm guessing that's why it's the highest price here. And then obviously the Frankie, just for the effect, I think it's pretty cool. I think you could try running it in Zoro decks. I don't think it's great, but just for playability factor, I like General Frankie as a thing in the show as well. So that's probably my two favorites.
Yeah, I mean, essentially with all the 3K and lower bodies you run on Zoro, yeah, that could be massive, low key, right?
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, so I didn't even know that was the first time One Piece was on a Shonen. You said Shonen Jump magazine?
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't even. That's so interesting. So yeah, obviously that's the collector card. Yeah, my personal favorite is also that Luffy. It just looks really cool within the Japanese art in the back or Japanese letterings and stuff like that. So it's really cool.
For sure.
All right, so we'll go ahead and go. We'll go from least valuable to most. So we'll just give a quick rundown here. So first up, we have the Sasaki in purple. Probably my least favorite alt art from this event pack, volume two. I don't think it looks that well, to be honest. It's more of like a realistic
Uh
vibe. I personally don't
yeah.
like it.
See, every purple card is always going to be the lowest. The art is not helping at all. It used to be a playable card in purple decks that every purple deck like Kaido would run this 2K counter, but nobody plays those decks anymore. That's why
Yeah,
purple's always the lowest, and the card art is kind of ugly. I mean, it's up to interpretation. It's not terrible, but
yeah, that's true.
this card was always going to be the lowest.
For now.
Yeah.
Um, and then we have Raizo green. Uh, this deck is standard basically in every green deck as far as Kine and Odin goes. I know Film Kid probably doesn't run this, but yeah, I mean that art's not too bad. $32 compared to Sasaki's $25. Nice little jump there.
Yeah. Not a lot of people playing Kinemon anymore, although it did top recently, so I could see it going up and play and people playing it. But honestly, as for the art goes, I really don't like it.
Yeah,
I
not
honestly
the
like the
best.
normal art better.
Yeah, I'd agree. I'd agree. And then we have Suru, $43. Not much to say about the art. I think it's like a basic event pack art for it. I think it's pretty
I
basic,
it's probably my least favorite in this entire event pack here. Just looks really bad.
but it is used, and so we see that $43 price on it.
Yeah, that's a black staple, and if you want to max out rarity your whole deck, you're gonna have to get this.
hmm And then so moving on, what do we have next?
Sanji.
We do have Sanji. We have Sanji at $45. Is this a new card? I think this is a new card, right?
This and General Frankie and the Luffy are all three brand new cards, which is probably why they're the most. The
hmm
Sanji one being the least, I'm guessing, because it's just not very good.
So attach one Dawn. If you have two or less life, this character gains 2,000.
Yeah. If it was both turns, maybe, but your turn only. I mean, yeah, sure, it's a 3/6 after you attach a Dawn.
Three
It's three
seven.
seven.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy, but like. I mean, maybe you'd play this.
Maybe we'll see it in the future with like the new Yamato leader, something like that.
Yeah, a lot of yellow decks actually like they'll play the vanilla Peckham's card,
Instead.
right? But that's for early. That's for your 3 Dawn like curve.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to play this on curve,
Yeah.
so I don't like it.
Yeah, I agree. So then we have General Frankie, which is, kind of briefly touched on this. Gives you your 3,000 power base units plus 1,000, or 3,000 base or lower gets plus 1,000. So basically for Zoro decks, it would be pretty insane.
I think in the mirror it would be pretty solid. It just allows the smaller bodies for they have a harder time swinging to your board,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it stacks. If you have two General Frankies, they all get plus
yeah.
2K.
Yeah, that is very interesting. So we have a $60 market price on that for now, as we see things shape up here, because these cards just released and a lot of participation prices are barely getting sent out. I think there's been 3 online regionals with this coming week. Gen Con is going to be another one, online and offline, so we're going to see how that pans out. But last but not least, for this pack in specific, we have the Monkey D. Luffy at $72.75. Like you said, not playable, but the art is it's amazing. Yeah.
For sure, that is purely a collector's card, but that is driving the price way up.
All right. I think anything more you want to say about these 6 cards here?
Really?
All right. Let's go ahead and get on to the next one. So these were the event packs. Here we have now some of these cards are really juicy. We have the online regional participation pack volume 1. So this is the first time they're ever doing these participation packs of sorts. Previously, prior to this, it was just event packs and no online participation packs. So this is the first time we're seeing something like this, and I think it's a great addition. It gives people that participate in these events an extra card to look out for when they do these events, and just this is how they're gonna keep players selling out all of their events, right? Because One Piece is really hot right now, and just every tournament sells out instantly, online or offline, doesn't matter. People try to get into waitlist like crazy, and it's just I think this is good for the overall health of the game.
Yeah, and all these guys are actually alt arts for already existing cards, unlike the last pack. Most all of them are playable, at least the top 3, but
Yeah.
I think Jack is still playable, but again, that's just the purple effect.
Yeah, the purple that no one's on right now. So, all right, we're gonna follow the same formula here. We have the Trafalgar Law at $12. The art is pretty sick. Card is not playable at all, so I think that's why it's so low.
Yeah, even film decks don't play this card. Yeah, just not a great card. Exists in no deck. If you really like Law, it's an easy pickup for $12 if you're a collector, but otherwise, never picking this card.
Yeah, you definitely pass on it. And then we have Purple Jack. So on play, you may trash 1 card from your hand, add up to 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck, and set it as active. Definitely wouldn't even play this in a purple deck if I had the option. Trashing a card from 1 Dawn doesn't seem too crazy.
As a purple player, you'd be surprised. This card's very playable in Kaido just because it's your Onigashima on turn 3. It's like a pseudo Onigashima. It gets you going to your bigger bodies. It's pretty good in Z too to put you on curve. I think a lot of Z decks run it. But again, these are decks nobody plays. However, if I did play these decks, I'm very happy right now because I can get a full play set for cheap, like $70.
Okay. But the art on that does look sick. I will give it that. The art does look definitely one of my
favorites. No, the art is sick, yeah. Although if I open a participation pack, I'm pretty bummed if I pull this.
Yeah, you definitely want to get a different card there. So we have up next, we have the Sanji, another Sanji. So Sanji being in the event pack as a yellow character, and now we have him on the red side. So I think
this is the starter deck one with Rush down ×2.
Gotcha. Okay, so this card already does exist, but obviously we can see it's a nice little alt art, good addition. I think the card looks sick. He's cooking, or he just finished cooking. He's serving you a nice plate of his food. We have a $25 price on that.
Yeah, I don't think any red decks even play this card, but just too expensive, I think. But I mean, the art's cool. If you like Sanji, I'd pick it up for $25 just to have one.
And then so we'll go on to the next one here. So we have Marshall D. Teach. I don't play blue, but this seems kind of bad for 4 Dawn. Have a 4/4 and to return a cost 3 or less to the owner's hand.
This card is only played in Doflamingo. It's decent against red decks, but not really because they can just replay a Searcher or replay Rush Zoro. It doesn't have a lot of good targets nowadays.
Yeah.
but like our buddy that plays Dofi, he's omitted this card. He doesn't play it anymore in his Dofi deck, and he's diehard Dofi. So that'll tell you that even in the deck that this card had a home, it's not even played anymore.
Okay, so yeah, so we have a $33 price range on that, which is not bad, but
The art's, I mean, some Dofi still play it, and the art is really good. So I think
yeah,
that's why it's third on the list here.
yeah, definitely some of these lower end, lower tier pricing cards definitely want to pick up while they're low because we see it happen time and time again where a card is never played and then boom, one deck starts topping and getting all these wins, and then all of a sudden all the cards that are played in the deck, all the altars start rising in price. So definitely something
Pick
to
up your
look out
Trafalgar
for.
Laws now.
Yeah, definitely something to look forward to as the meta continues to shape up. So next up we have Kobe. Kobe, obviously a staple in the black decks. I'll let you go ahead and talk about this, but
As the residential black player, this card is fucking beautiful. I'm pretty fortunate for having pulled it out of my participation pack from the one regional I played in. Um, a lot of Lucci decks don't run this card. I run it just because it really helps in the Zoro matchup, and it gives you more KO effects. But overall, this card's playable, and I think the art is the best out of the six here. Like and in real life, it's shiny. It looks amazing.
yeah, definitely my favorite art. I know people's fan favorites is the pudding, obviously, but I think the Kobe for me is personally the best one out of this pack of six here.
Yeah, any waifu card is just gonna be inflated.
Okay, so Kobe sitting at $67, which is the second highest in this list. And then obviously let's go ahead and talk about the big hit of the online regional participation pack is the Charlotte Pudding. Played in every yellow deck, regardless of leader. Super good. 2K searchable. I mean, what more can you want? You never really play her in a yellow deck like on the board, but she's a solid 2K counter that's searchable. So uh, the art is what it is, and $124, insane price. And
To be fair on that price point, the last one that sold is about 2 weeks ago, and that was 130. So it doesn't look like people are too ecstatic to buy it at this price just
okay,
yet. So it's way over the other cards. I could see this one going way down.
so maybe we'll see it like find a home around $80, 80 to 100, somewhere in that range.
Sure.
Okay. All right, and then that is going to do it for this online regional participation pack. So be on the lookout for those cards as more events start coming. So this is going to be what I really want to talk about this whole video, and we're here now. Admiral Championship promos. These are some of the best, some of the coolest cards I've ever seen released. I think personally, some of these arts are better than the manga arts.
The, these are the prettiest cards in the game, no question. The border alone, I think, is what puts them over the top. But yeah, these things are crazy good and crazy expensive as they are only available to top 64 and up. Is the Borsalino?
Yes, Borsalino would be top 64, which is this first one here. And then the Kuzan is a top 32 placing. And then the Sakazuki being a top 16 finish will net you one of these bad boys. So,
Yeah, the placing is why the price points are increasingly higher here.
yeah, so we'll go ahead and talk about the first one. So, Borsalino, he's sitting in his chair, in his throne, uh, crazy light beam
Yeah,
coming out of his finger. It's a light beam, right?
yeah, yeah. He's made a light. The art is so sick.
So yeah, I really want to win one of these to you know be able to hold it and see how it looks in person. Because yeah,
This card is the way I entered. Yeah, this card's so cool.
and so we see it at 435 is the lowest listing currently, but the last sale was a couple days ago at $600, and so we might see a little change there. As more of these cards start getting shipped out, as more of these tournaments start happening, the prices will start to probably go down just a bit, but they're definitely not going to go anywhere near as low as the other cards that we just saw. These are definitely going to stay up there as they're very limited and exclusive, hard to get.
For sure. The Borsalino one is pretty much the only one that is really selling right now, just because it's more readily available. So there's more on the market, and people are selling it for willing to sell it for way cheaper, at least, just because the Kuzans and Sakazukis are so limited. Nobody wants to give those up for low prices right now.
Yeah, that makes sense. And so we'll move on to the second one, Kuzan. What is he, ice?
Yeah, he's ice.
So, got the icy fingertips. His whole body's just frozen up, looking like, just an insane art. I don't know, man. I personally think this is my second favorite. For me, it's Sakazuki, Kuzan, and then Borsalino. But
I might be backwards on that. Borsalino, Kuzan, Sakazuki, but
okay. Well, I mean, we have different tastes. That's fine. So we're looking at a $725 price point right now, but this is the lowest listing. I will show you guys an actual purchase on eBay a little later once we get through to the rest of these cards. But for now, there's been no sales on TCG Player with current lowest listing at $725. And let's go ahead and move on to the Sakazuki. So you really think this is your least favorite art of the three?
yeah, I mean, I just like the blue and the yellow.
Fair enough. I tend to gravitate towards red more, so would probably be why. Here we have the Sakazuki. I just noticed these little up arrows on the card arts. That's pretty sick.
Interesting. Yeah. It's like for topping or something.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I wonder what that's for. But we have a $1,310 lowest listing currently, with no current sales on TCG Player or on eBay. So we're still waiting on actual price point on where to put this guy, but he is definitely the hardest one to get of the three. So
yeah, nobody's buying this thing. It's probably way too overpriced, but there's also like none on the market because very, very few people have them.
Exactly. So I think like it's been 3 online tournaments, so that's 3 times 16, right? So 40,
yeah,
48 players have this card.
Exactly.
And so, all right, so that is gonna be it for the Admiral Championship promos. We're gonna go ahead and look at some real examples here. So first up, we have the Borsalino. So these are the last sells. We have, I guess we'll show these two off here. One sold 2 days ago for $529, but it says best offer accepted, so it could have been anywhere from 400 to 500 range, I'm assuming. And then we have one that sold for $385, so maybe it was like actually like 350 or 340, maybe in that ballpark. What do you think?
Yeah, for the two best offer accepted, I'd probably like 400 range, somewhere low 400s at most. I doubt it's anywhere in 500 or high 400.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah, so I think this card, price point wise, you could basically pin it on 400.
Yeah, I think that's a good starting spot for it. And then we have one more here to show you guys. So this is a Kuzan that sold today. It ended today. It was a bid. It sold for $800.
And this is the only Kuzan that's sold on TCG, eBay, anything.
Yeah, the only Kuzan. So that's our starting point for now. It's $800. We'll see where it goes from here. But I mean, I'm excited for the more tournaments to keep popping up and participating in them, and getting some of these items here.
For sure. And then no Sakazukis have sold at all.
Yeah, 0 Sakazukis up until today have sold, so 0. We do have Gen Con coming up, so I know some players that are going to the offline Gen Con tournament will get their pricing there in person, and so maybe we'll see a lot more Navy admirals sold online, and see if their prices change from here to then. So all right, Pirates, that's going to be the end of this video today. I hope you guys enjoyed this market watch. We're going to be doing a lot more of these market watches as new products come out, as new events come out, more pricing. just to keep an eye on, you know, what's currently on the market and what it's selling for. Uh, Make sure to subscribe to our channel, guys. We are dropping daily bangers, daily videos. Like this video, comment down below what alt-art was your favorite. Maybe we'll do a giveaway soon in the future. But for now, you guys stay safe. This is Ray Talks, and
Jim.
we will see you guys on the next one. Peace.